Hello everybody, welcome back to Cape Town TV. This is what we've been waiting for. The season has gone by and it's a new season. It's 2011. This time we're catching you a little bit earlier than before. Why? Because we want to bring some of the Super Rugby to you, as well as, of course, Club Rugby, which is going to kick off pretty soon. And then, of course, when we finish with Club Rugby, we carry on with Curry Cup Rugby. So it's going to be a long season, and we'll bring you some Stormers content, some Western Province Rugby content, the kind of content that you generally don't get to see. Hopefully it's going to be great fun. On the panel with me, of course, this evening, Morgan Newmanella, Mr. Morgs.
How's it, Japes?
Nice to have you here.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks, family.
You're looking lean and fit and trim.
Yeah, training a little bit, still looking for a union to play for. So, yeah, at this stage, just in Cape Town, running around.
Did you guys pick up the hint there? Talking about looking for a union to play for, a man who's always looking for players to play for the union, Jerome Parwater, the head of talent identification at the union. Hello, Jerome.
Hallo JP.
Jy lyk ook maar redelijk fris.
Ja, ek dink ek is in Suid JP. Ek dink ek kan nog ietsie doen.
Ek gesien hoe jy vandag die bags bietjie daar getackle het by die HPC.
Ja, JP. Ja, nee, JP, lekker weer om terug te wees.
Ja, dit is. Ons bly die rugby seisoen is natuurlik aan die gang weer. Alles raak ons verveeld. Mr. H, welcome.
Thank you.
Not that I need to say welcome to you, because I think I see you every day.
Yeah, but you know, I'm smiling tonight because now I know for 31 Wednesdays, I don't have to wash the dishes at home.
37.
37? Oh, thank you
Wednesdays.
for that.
It's going to be a long season, folks. Of course, it's going to be a very long season. I think it's not just going to be a very long season for those of us here on Cape Rugby TV. And by the way, we're giving away some fantastic prizes. Mesa tonight is giving us away a 42-inch plasma screen, as you see behind me over here. There's a 42-inch HD plasma screen. All you need to do is tell me who is the official IT supplier to Western Province Rugby. Send me that keyword to 32010 and you can win yourself a 42-inch plasma screen, HD 16:9, and all sorts of other fancy additions. That's coming up a little bit later in the show. So lots of competitions this year and lots of great prizes. Also, of course, massive thanks to the sponsors that have managed to stay with us. The likes of Mesa, who have managed to supply us with equipment. Of course, Tata are still on board, will of course be kicking in during the Club Rugby season with their R1,000 Man of the Match prizes. That will of course only happen later in the season. And Leisure Hotels is back on board, and of course Evox, who is of course the headline sponsor to the show, who we must say a big thanks to, and of course are a keen supporter of Club Rugby. Don't forget, you can get your Evox products directly from the factory, which means that you as a Club Rugby player can take advantage of the sponsorship. But it is a long season for us, but not only is it a long season for us, it is also a long season for Super Rugby. But let's, before we kick off with Super Rugby, Morgs, let's start with you. New Springbok coach, Peter de Villiers is out, and Heineke Meyer is in. Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, it was interesting. I mean, obviously Heineke was competed with Peter 4 years ago. So, interesting times. I think you'll have a lot to look forward to with the Super 15 that kicks off this weekend. So,
of course, you have to be careful what you say, because you might still be in the mix for Heineke.
Yeah, hopefully one day I can get back there. At this stage, it's a bit far away, but yeah, baby steps and I'll get back there.
I mean, I sort of expected you to rock up with a Blue Bulls jersey on, but
hey, maybe if I rock up with a Blue Bulls jersey, Heineke will have a look at me. So we'll see what happens.
Because pink quite suits you.
Very metrosexual, Jack.
Jerome, your thoughts? New coach, new changing times.
Yeah, JP, I think it's nothing new with SA Rugby. After every World Cup, there's a new coach. Even if you win the competition, there will be a new coach. So I think Peter really done a great job while he was there. But unfortunately, it's time to move on. And yeah, I think Heineke, he's in charge now. He hasn't played yet. Everybody say that.
You think he left because of that pink jersey?
I think so.
The pink Puma jersey?
I think so.
I think
he was too embarrassed about that.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to look for greener pastures. Die Bulls fans gaan my jag as ek 'n pink jersey aansit. Incidentally, folks, how do you like our new wall? We threw up a couple of jerseys there. Remember, your jersey is always welcome. We're just trying to neaten things up a little bit. I'm still convinced that the coat hanger scenario looks better. Looks more like it comes straight out of your locker room as opposed to these framed jerseys. So those of you that stop me in the streets, please telling me how much better a framed jersey looks. I like the jerseys that hang up on the coat hangers. We might end up going back to that. But if you do want to hook your jersey up on the back there, please feel free to send it us. And of course, we know that if you've got those jerseys up there, it helps you potentially get sponsors. Of course, many of you this year would have managed to find some new sponsors already. So some of these jerseys might be a little bit out of date. Mr. H, how are the club's doing? And preparation time, still a bit of time to go.
Yeah, but they're all very busy.
Yeah.
I went to Langa last night. I was quite surprised to see the amount of people that were training there. Although it was 2 clubs, but it looked very impressive.
Langa
and busy bees.
Yeah. Jerome, you're at you're like 3 clubs a night at the moment. One club after the other, visiting, doing a session, and you go drive to the next club, you do another session. I mean, I've seen you at quite a few clubs already. Is that just you going around, or is it because the clubs are already practicing?
Yeah, the clubs are really busy practicing for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And yeah, JP, I've got a diary full of clubs asking me to come. So I'm fully booked for the next 3 months going to clubs. So yeah, I'm quite busy.
Did they start practicing recently, or I mean, I heard some clubs even started practicing last year.
Yeah, a lot of clubs started in November last year.
Yeah.
But most of the clubs started in January, early in January. So they're all busy with the preparations.
Ek het nou met een van die spelers gepraat in die week wat hy moes nou besluit waar gaan hy vir 'n klub speel. Toe sê ek vir hom, luister meneer, 'n goeie idee is om vir 'n klub te kies 'n klub wat nou net in 'n liga verloor het en gerelegate is. Want daai klubs gaan honger wees en hulle gaan harder werk as enigiets. En dan sal jy miskien gespot word deur Jerome. So moenie in die hoër liga speel waar jy miskien nie in die span is nie. Maar speel in die laer liga, dan speel jy die eerste span. Man, dan werk is ek reg.
JP, is dit nie een van die manne nie, want ek hoor die nuwe ding van die spelers by die klubs nou, as hy by 'n klub opdaag en vra hoeveel hulle my gaan gee.
Ja, dis natuurlik geld.
Ja, dis so is dit een van die manne wat jy van praat. Nee. Dis nog 'n eerlike.
Hy wil net speel.
Hy is nog 'n regte amateur speler.
For the record, folks, if you want my opinion on this, for the record, all right, for the record, right, just to make sure that you're focusing on me here, for the record, my opinion on amateur rugby is that money should be banned on amateur rugby altogether. I do not agree with any money changing hands in amateur rugby, apart from the coach or the administrator of that club getting money. No other club should be paying players. That is the definition of the word amateur. Any payment makes you a professional. All right? That's my personal opinion. And quite frankly, that's what I'd like to stick to. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I know that there's a lot of players out there that will play rugby with or without money. We don't need to do that. Quite frankly, I personally believe that if you pay a coach to really inspire the team, look after the team, and make the coach accountable and responsible, then you've given somebody a job who will look after a whole bunch of players and not just come and go. That's my opinion. Anyone care to venture opinion on paying players? Well, we'll leave it right there then. Okay. But I heard yesterday, apparently you can't police it. So it just has to, in some cases, will just happen. Well, I don't really believe that. I think nowadays you can police anything. You can look at people's bank records, you can look at invoices, you can look at pay slips, you can look at salary slips. Everything can be measured somewhere. You can't hide cash anywhere today. So don't tell me that you cannot police the money-paying situation in rugby. I certainly believe no rugby for administrators. Let's take a look now at the Stormers' fixtures. It's not an easy lineup. They've got quite a bit of travelling to do. I spoke to Alistair Coetzee yesterday. We